There we go.
What's tonight, for? If this team get beat, we in the final four.
He's a poor man LeBron, bro, when it comes to trades. It's like, you guys look at, KD went to go
down 3 games, it's a quick sweep.
Not cap if you want to. Cap if you want to. Cap if you want to.
You know what's in me.
When I said that they let James Harden do the same thing, and let Kevin Durant do the same thing, and they're essentially letting James Harden do the same thing again.
I said Kevin Durant should have took a 50-50 blame, and Westbrook should have took a 50-50 blame too.
MJ fade away with the eyes closed.
Bust motherfucking down. We goddamn live in this bitch. Y'all know what it is. Go to basket to basket. We back with the boys. DJ Michael B, my boy Boo Up. No Troy again today. He is still on the sideline on IR, but we are wishing my boy a speedy recovery. So, fellas, how we doing today, man?
Chilling.
You know, with Troy watching from the sideline, I got to show up. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm happy to be back on Basket to Basket. My boy Boo Wop in the building. Hey, y'all already know. Y'all see me and Moo Thursdays PVT. Y'all know what it is. I'm excited. I don't get to talk basketball no more. So, let's get it in.
Yeah. Due to conflicting schedules, my boy had to take a somewhat of a hiatus away from the show, but he does pop in from time to time to drop his expertise. So let's go ahead and goddamn start it off. Seth Curry is in talks with the Warriors to rejoin his brother in the team that I think was that was drafted or that he drafted him, and signing with the Warriors. Not too heavy or not too consistent on the deal or the contract details yet, but this is just yet another rumor or yet another player who is rumored to sign with the Warriors. How are we feeling about a reunion with Steph and Seth Curry? Do we think this works with two brothers on the same team? Boo up. I'm gonna start with you on this one.
Work far as what? I mean, it's a great signing. I wouldn't dispute that. Like, that's still a great pick. I think they gonna obviously. I don't see a scenario with him and Steph on the court together like too much. Like, that's gonna be like so. I mean, like, I think Steph Curry still is one of the best catch and shoot 3-pointer shooters in the league right now. Still, like, so like that can always go well in the Golden State type offense. So, but yeah, I don't know what far as it's gonna work. That is gonna change their projections. As of right now, the Warriors look like a first-round exit if they get to the playoffs.
EJ?
Well, I'm right there. I wish I could. Hey, listen. Hey, look, listen. I wanna disagree so bad. Just to disagree. But I mean, this is one of those topics. If I disagree, I'm just like a damn fool. Boo Wop is 100% right. It doesn't change the trajectory of nothing. Okay, like, I mean, cool. Seth could back his brother up. We're not going to expect Seth to turn into Steph just because he played with his brother. So, I mean, Jimmy Butler's a year older. Steph Curry's a year older. Draymond Green is a year older. I mean, you got a core, but I don't think your core is good enough to win you anything. Maybe, just maybe, they sneak by to the second round because they got a weak first-round match. Maybe they get an inexperienced team in the first-round matchup, and Steph and Draymond and Jimmy's experience is enough to get by. But you can't sit here and tell me with Kawhi and Seth Curry, they become one of the top 4 teams in the Western Conference. They're not.
The only reason why I asked y'all this question is because this, along with the Jonathan Kuminga situation, is a string of veterans or a string of players that are rumored or that have said that they were supposed to sign with the Warriors but have not, starting with one Al Horford back earlier in the summer, and then they started to bring back forget his name already, but he was a pivotal piece early in the Warriors lineup. Both those deals kind of fell out, and then they started to kind of pursue some other names, Seth Curry being one of those names. So it's just, to me, the reason why I feel like it's interesting because it's like, what is going on with that team dynamic? What's going on in that office to where players don't want to be there?
I can tell you exactly what the hell going on in that offense where players don't want to be there. Steph Curry is getting older. Draymond is getting older, and Draymond don't want to relinquish the reins to anybody. That's all it is. Like Steve Kerr is going, and Steve Kerr is a coach. He's going to ride and die with the players that he's been with. You know what I'm saying? Steph's been there his whole tenure. Draymond's been there his whole tenure. They traded away Clay, or Clay left. What that Clay slot free agency, right?
Yep.
So you know already, like right off the bat, you know Steve Kerr is going to ride and die with his guys. It doesn't matter. If we were to sit here and say right now, Steph Curry regresses from a superstar to a really good player next year and a borderline all-star, Steve Kerr ain't going away from Steph or Draymond. Even if Jonathan Kuminga is better and deserves a bigger role, he's not going away from them. That's his guys. And, you know, I commend him for loyalty as a friend, but I condemn him for stupidity as a coach.
That's
because
fair.
you're not starting to infuse your young talent to build them up and get them experience. I understand before Steph, Rick Barry, is it Rick Barry, right? Rick Barry was the only other player to win a championship there.
Yeah.
Before Steph and Clay and Draymond and Kevin Durant, I get it. But as a coach, you got to see when the writing is on the wall. And I love Jimmy Butler. Y'all know I love Jimmy. I love Jimmy Butler. But I don't want to say the writing is on the wall for Jimmy Butler, but he is definitely on the wrong side of 35. Not even 30. He's on the wrong side of 35. Steph is on the wrong side of 35. How do I know this? Because they're both older than me, and I'm 35 now. Draymond is on the wrong side of 35. I watched Draymond at Michigan State because in basketball, NCAA basketball, I'm a big Michigan State fan with NCAA basketball. Love them. Absolutely love them. But at a certain point, you got to start infusing young talent, and that's what is turning people off from signing there. They're coming in there with the notion, knowing that this is still Steph's team, this is still Draymond's team, and look, I love Al Horford, bro. But the fact that you went and got Al Horford and want to play Al Horford and things like that, but you won't play Jonathan Kuminga. So what you're telling me is you're only going to play veterans for the most part. You won't trade him, but you won't let him go for a better salary either, which is blowing my mind. Because why are you keeping him around if you won't play him? So Warriors got some internal things to figure out. And I think that's why a lot of players are like, man, I want to play there, but I don't want to play there at the same time.
I think that's fair. Boo, do you think something's going on internally with the Warriors?
No. I got to disagree with that. It's, to me, you have Stephen Curry, one of the greatest basketball players who ever played the game. I think it's safe to say that at this point in his career. He's still currently one of the best basketball players in the world. He still wants to win the title. So when you go to places like that, if you got a Stephen Curry, then you acquire a Jimmy Butler, who is also hungry for a title. This is not a place where you really come if you're a young talent trying to blossom. This is just not the place.
What up, Chris?
And it's safe to say that since 2015, it's never been the place to come to if you're a young talent trying to blossom. They trying to win titles. That's a franchise that went to 6 finals. They trying to win rings. They don't know nothing else but win the rings right now.
That's fair.
You can't blame Steve Kerr because what people don't want to talk about is Phil Jackson wasn't developing nobody. Who he developed? Who he developed?
Also true. That's a really good point.
Most coaches don't really develop talent like that unless you get them young. Then you can attach that coach to them players. Like, okay, they grew with that coach. You can attach a Scotty Brooks to a young OKC because he was there for that core. A lot of coaches don't get the chance to really. You can almost attach Mark like they do Mark Jackson to Steph and Clay.
Yeah, to the Warriors, yeah.
That doesn't count.
No. You're not hearing me. Like far as developing players, people accredit Mark Jackson for developing Steph and Clay.
Yep, and Draymond.
Right.
It's
right.
Rare,
that's
though.
true.
I'm just saying that's just a rare situation.
That's true.
Very much so.
It's
very much so.
You be lucky to get like what this guy did. OKC. I don't know the new coach. It's hard to pronounce his name. But young core and grow them. It's rare.
True.
It's tough. Like a lot of times, teams win championship through trades, free agent acquisitions, etc. Right? So I'm not finna fault Steve Kerr because he's not able to develop these young players. Of course, he's gonna be listening to Steph, Draymond, and Clay. This is his core. These are the guys who got him there. A Kuminga gonna suffer. It's really because Kuminga, no matter how much you like the kid, he is just raw talent. I have still yet to see what he does for real.
Yeah, here's my problem with that though. Okay. My biggest issue is that is you got no more Clay and you got Jimmy Butler. But at some point, and this is why only certain teams sustain long stretches where they're successful. Because at some point you have to integrate. And I know if I bring up the Spurs, a lot of people are going to be like, well, when Tim Duncan, no. Here's the facts. If they would have never turned their back on Kawhi like they did through numerous media outlets and shit like that, when everybody else was gone, the Spurs was right back in the conference finals with Kawhi as the guy. And they turned to Kawhi in the finals in 2014 to be the guy. They did. That was their main score. So as a coach, you have to, if you want to sustain greatness, you have to recognize when you got to start cutting certain things off. And this is one thing what I always have a problem with Doc Rivers. And I know every coach ain't built like that. Some coaches are built to be like, I got to come into a situation where the coach is already built and elevate the culture to win. Right? That's what Doc Rivers did with the Celtics. Because he's not a culture builder and he's not a sustainer for greatness going down, because we've seen this man give up 3-1 leads over and over and over again. Right? You at least like the perfect example is the Warriors trading away Monte Ellis. This is why the Warriors have been good for so long. They trade away Monte Ellis and committed to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson before they were even superstars. And this is Steph with the ankle problems when they didn't even know Steph was going to work out. You got to have the ability to move on if you want to sustain winning and greatness. And this is not me saying you can't keep Steph and you can't keep Draymond and continue winning. This is me saying Greg Popovich took over the Spurs. Tim Duncan came in and he told David Robinson, you got to take a backseat to Tim Duncan if we're going to win. And that's what they did. And the Spurs sustained greatness for so long after they handed the keys to the franchise from David Robinson to Tim Duncan. They went on to win 5 championships. You at least, you had some, because certain teams never did that. The Bulls never did that, and they've been trash since.
You kind of still being nasty though, DJ.
Being nasty.
Yeah, because the Spurs, that situation is a little different. Like at the end of the day, David Robinson did get hurt. That's how they was able to get Tim Duncan, correct?
Right? Yeah.
True.
And you cannot blame them for drafting Tim Duncan with the number 1
No, I
pick.
cannot. But wait. I don't. Before you go any further, I don't want you to feel like I'm saying this about Steph Curry. I am saying this about Draymond Green. I'm not talking about Steph.
Okay.
I'm talking about Draymond. I'm strictly talking about Draymond.
But to Draymond defense, Draymond, like it's crazy I just said defense. Like he's still one of the best defensive players in the league.
He's okay. I think he's okay now.
He really is. No, he really is, bro.
He's still top. He's still top 10 in defensive win shares.
Like
unfortunately, wait. Okay. Unfortunately, he is to me, and that's why I always don't care about defensive players anymore in the NBA. Because if Draymond is still one of your top defensive players in the league, it's fucking laughable.
It's not.
It's laughable.
It's not though, because Dennis. That's like saying it was laughable for Dennis Rodman to be one of the best defensive players.
Dennis Rodman was still averaging 13 and 14 rebounds for years, bro. Draymond is not. Dennis Rodman was still playing and doing something at an elite level. Draymond's not doing it at an elite level anymore.
He's playing better defense than Dennis Rodman was. That's the reality. Dennis Rodman was.
Wow.
Yes, he was. Defensively,
I don't know. I don't know about that. But
oh my God, Dennis Rodman would not have a clue what to do out here with these guards today.
Okay.
He would have a clue.
Wait. Time out. I think we on two different wavelengths here. That's why I said time out. Because I think I am comparing what Dennis Rodman did on rebounds to what Draymond is doing on defense. I'm not saying that Dennis Rodman is a better defender than Draymond. I'm comparing Dennis Rodman being an elite rebounder to Draymond being an elite defender. And I think Dennis Rodman being an elite rebounder at this point in Dennis Rodman's career compared to what Draymond is on defense in his career right now. And Dennis Rodman was a way more elite rebounder at this point than Draymond was a defender.
He always been that, but Draymond, to me, realistically, you could argue has been a better defender than Dennis Rodman.
Oh yeah. No. I'm saying, they're elite in two different categories of what I'm saying. So exactly. I'm saying I value at the end of the career, I value Dennis Rodman's rebounding more than I value Draymond's defense. That's what I'm going with.
How valuable would Dennis Rodman rebounding been? Because think about it from this standpoint. If he's not playing with Jordan and Pippen, how valuable is the rebounding? It's still valuable. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm saying how will we view it though? Like at the end of the day, Draymond has been the Warriors' heart and soul defensively.
So let me ask you this then.
Let me just add this point. 2 seconds. Let me
go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
Third in DPOY voting, first NBA all-team defense. Continue.
Yeah. Okay. So you said how valuable would he be? But here's my question. Okay. Damn, Moo button in really skewed my damn my damn point. God damn.
That was last. That's based off last year.
That's last year.
I got you. But nonetheless, Boo Wop sitting there like, if it was that important, you would have remembered. Shut your ass up, okay? But okay, so let's talk about it then. All right, you said with Draymond's defense and Dennis Rodman rebounding. Okay, cool. That's fine, right? That's what we compare at an elite level for both of them, right? Okay, so let's compare the downfalls. All right. Mm-hmm. At one point, Dennis Rodman, the same way Draymond Green is right now, we had over more than a half a season of Dennis Rodman doing exactly what Draymond was doing right now. He was the second star because Scottie Pippen decided to sit the hell out. Right? He did. Okay. He decided to sit out, and he's doing basically what Draymond is doing now. Right? So Draymond's Draymond's playmaking compared to Scottie Pippen's playmaking and offensive scoring that he was doing that while Scottie Pippen was out.
But,
I feel like they equal out at this point because because a lot of because a lot of people forget while Scottie Pippen was out and Dennis Rodman was the second player in, Dennis Rodman was scoring, rebounding, playing defense, and the Bulls did not waver while Scottie Pippen was out of this lineup.
No, that's why
and granted, I'm not saying Draymond doesn't make up for the point that Klay is gone. My argument is I think the Warriors can be even better if Draymond was the sixth man. That's my biggest argument here. It's not that Draymond's not important. I think the Warriors could be even better if Draymond was the sixth man.
You need Draymond, though.
You do. But I'm not ruling Draymond out. I just think
you need him to start, though. Because the role, like, this is the thing. It's crazy that you brought up Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. The reality is Draymond does both of their roles, like, essentially for the Warriors. Like, he does both of their roles. Like, he's a tweener, right? When I say that, like, defensively, he is the heart and soul of the team. And some people will argue that was Scottie Pippen, whatever. I think 96 through 98, it was just a collective effort. They just literally had the best defensive unit in the league.
Oh, they did. Yeah, they had Harper, Harper, Pippen, Jordan, Rodman. Yeah.
Luke Longley wasn't like a snob either. He was solid. He was a solid post defender. They had just a great defense. What I'm saying is with the Warriors right now, defensively, it's not that many guys on that team that get after it besides Draymond. That's why his value is so important to the team. On top of that, he's another primary playmaker for that team. Not saying he's not the primary playmaker, but he's another playmaker. He's somebody that can run the offense or get you into sets and things of that nature. He makes great reads. We know this. So that's what I mean. Like, that's what Scottie kind of used to do for the offense, for the Bulls.
I fuck with it. But here's my question to you. Okay? Straight up question. 96 through 98, Scottie Pippen was in his prime. Jordan was in his prime. Draymond's no longer in his prime. How do you know Jonathan Kuminga can't do the same thing? You don't, because he doesn't play enough. He don't play enough. He does not.
Play. And that's what I was going to say he was being nasty about too, because
he don't play. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying he don't play. I'm saying he don't play enough. Is what I'm saying.
He don't. This is what you got to do for one as a young player. You got to be committed to both ends of the court. He's not committed to both ends of the court. A young player, that's how you get playing time. You out there strapping up. You out there getting into guys. Like, that's the reality. That's why a guy like Kawhi Leonard was able to earn the respect of his teammates. Kuminga is a good player, but he's right now at the point where a lot of shit not happening in that Golden State era. You know, he literally, if I'm not mistaken, that whole Jordan Poole shit really affected him. Like, that was one of his closest friends on the team. Like, he ain't really been the same since that shit happened. So, it's a lot of shit going into that.
So, it just a quick question, right? Just a quick question. I want to make sure I hear you right. And we could leave this after this. You know what I'm saying? We disagree, right? So basically, what you're telling me is that Draymond is still better than any starter on the seat, and that's what I'm saying. I think Kuminga never got the opportunity to. So what you're telling me is you're going to take Steve Kerr's word about Kuminga being lesser than Draymond and Draymond being better than Kuminga going forward with the Golden State Warriors.
I'm saying Draymond seems to be more valuable. That's what I'm telling you.
I don't think Draymond is more valuable, so we disagree there. And I don't want to go back and forth about it. I don't think he is. I don't want to go back and forth about it, but I don't think he is at this point.
That's like the reality is, bro. At a certain point, yes, a guy like Kuminga is more of a safer bet, right, to sign, right? Like if you're another team other than the Warriors, right, and you had to choose between Kuminga and Draymond, you're probably going to choose Kuminga because it says he's younger, he got more upside to him. But if you're the Warriors, again, with Stephen Curry there, you're not fin to Steph. Like that's what people don't want to. Steph got a voice. If Steph had a problem with Draymond, Draymond would have been gone, bro. He would have been gone. He know how valuable Draymond is to the team. People need to know that. Steph would have been asked, like, look, we got to get dude about it. I love bro. That's my bro. He got to go. It's not the case, bro.
I don't know if Steph would have. I don't know if Steph would have because we've seen a bunch of teams that keep players around just because they've been there from the start. We have. So and I'm not saying you're wrong about what Steph Curry, Steph Curry's assessment about Draymond is wrong. I just feel like I really just feel like Jonathan Kuminga is better at this point. And you eventually you got to start looking to the future. But I mean, why not squeeze the lemon of the dynasty while it's still here? Granted, I don't think they'll win another championship while Draymond is on the roster. They won't.
I don't even think they're gonna win with Steph on the roster. That's besides the point. The point is they don't think that way.
But
they don't think
right. But I led off.
Jimmy Butler don't think that way.
Okay, right. But I led off from the beginning of this conversation with I don't think they can win again until they start playing the younger players, which is why I said Kuminga needs to be played. Others on this roster need to be played because they need to start figuring out what the future is. Because they're going to get stuck in this cycle where they keep playing over and over again with Steph, Draymond, Butler, and it's like, okay.
You got to give me examples, though. This is what I do, Nick. When you say stuff like this, right? Anybody, not just you. You got to give me examples of teams that made
that they won't win.
No, I'm just saying. Even like when you think of the Bulls, right, in the 90s, right? They first three-peat. Michael, Scotty, Horace.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. The next three-peat. Michael, Scotty, Dennis. Right?
Yeah.
All right, the Warriors. We know they won their first title organically. How we love to see it, obviously. We know it was some catch-22s with Kyrie getting hurt, Kevin Love being hurt, all that good stuff. But still, no matter what, as a fan of the NBA, we should have appreciated seeing that team win that ring the way they won it. It was organic. They grew homegrown team.
Okay.
Right? Then we got the KD Warriors, like people call it, right? KD Warriors years, whatever. The end of the day, fast forward 3 years later, that team with that organic core held that trophy up again. It's not a lot of teams that can say that, bro.
Okay, but understand, you said give you examples and things like that, right?
That did some dramatic shit.
Okay, listen, that's cool. I understand that. But you're saying give you some teams that did dramatic shit and win. But on the flip side of that, What if I give you teams that didn't change and they didn't win because they didn't do a dramatic change?
That it don't make sense because the Warriors are going to be.
But it does make sense because Shaq didn't listen.
It won't apply for somebody that won though, DJ.
It does. You're gonna be sticking to your gun. But there's more examples of why you should make the change, and you kept your core together instead of making the change. Because the Bulls are the prime example of letting Horace Grant go and signing Dennis Rodman instead. They didn't
let Horace Grant go. He left.
Okay, and that's fine. Horace Grant left when it was Scottie Pippen and no Jordan, which is fine. Right. Okay,
but that's not the same thing. He left. Bruh. He left. He chose to leave the franchise. DJ,
will you give me a chance to explain?
Just like Klay Thompson chose to leave. Am I lying? Klay Thompson chose to leave.
Will you give me a chance to explain? Will you give me a chance to explain?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. You're looking at things only on one side, right? It's like this person left and they still won. But what about the people on the flip side of that, right? So, or what about the people that stayed and they acquired somebody else that left another franchise lead in place and then won? Okay,
name them.
All right, let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. Horace Grant got frustrated, left, got his ass swept in the finals, and then the next year the Bulls won with Dennis Rodman instead.
How is that correlating right now?
I'm about to tell you. Give me a second here. Okay? Give me a second.
Go ahead.
Give me a second. All right. Move on to the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Van Exel wasn't there for the next two championships, but they moved on from Nick Van Exel. And Derek Fisher took over the second starting spot, and then they won 2 championships with Derek Fisher starting at point guard. Right?
Nick went there for the first ring.
Okay, well, fine. Nick wasn't there for the first ring. So they moved on and had Derek Fisher come in and play point guard, right? And with Tyronn Lue. And they won 3 championships.
But you missed
Glenn Rice. Wait. Glenn Rice wasn't there for all 3 championships.
No.
But Robert Horry was. And when Glenn Rice left, Robert Horry came in and took the place of Glenn Rice, and the Lakers won 2 more championships after Glenn Rice. And that is my point.
Already on the team, he was there,
right? But you're missing. Oh my God, boy, what? You're missing. You're missing the point. What I'm saying is, listen, what I'm telling you, Boo-Wop. What I'm saying is, you keep talking about the safety net of Draymond, but the safety net was Glenn Rice. The safety net was Nick Van Exel. Nick Van Exel left. They won. Glenn Rice left. They won with Robert Horry and Rick Fox. And then they won again for the 3rd year in a row. You can't keep using because these are your guys over and over again to say, hey, this is what you got to do to win a championship. They replaced guys.
DJ.
They replaced them.
The Lakers had 2 top 5 players in the world, DJ.
It don't matter.
What are you talking about?
Moving on.
It don't matter. It does matter.
Let's move on then. Let's move on then.
Are you cool?
Name me.
It absolutely does matter.
Hey. Okay, fine. Name me 2 top 5 players on the 04 Pistons. Exactly. Shut that shit up. And that's my point.
In the league?
You can't sit there and benefit it on people being top 5 players. People have been replaced over and over again. The Magic.
You all over the place right now, DJ.
No, I'm not. Because no. Okay. So let's move on then. Not 94. 94 and 95, the Rockets won the championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was it or was it not named that the Orlando Magic was the next team up because they had Nick Van Exel, Penny Hardaway, and Shaq? They had 2 top 5 players right then and there.
You said who? Nick Van Exel.
I'm sorry. Nick Anderson. My bad. I didn't mean Nick Van Exel. Nick Anderson. My bad. Okay. Nick Anderson, Penny Hardaway, and Shaq. They had 2 top 5 players. Did they win?
No. Who said Penny Hardaway was top 5? Nobody said that.
Boy, stop that. Okay, you stop that shit. Because Penny Hardaway was definitely a top 5 player that year. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Never.
Don't do that.
Never.
What?
Never. Penny Hardaway was never a top 5 player in the league.
Boo up. Boo up. Boo up.
You've been disgusting.
Boo up.
You're being disgusting. You're being so disgusting right now. When?
No, I'm not being disgusting.
So tell me.
The 90,
was he better
than the 94-95 year when they lost?
So was he better than Shaq?
No.
Was he better than Hakeem?
No.
Was he better than Scottie Pippen?
Yes.
I'm done, man. I'm gone.
Absolutely, he was.
I don't even like Scottie Pippen. I'm gone. Time out. Was he better than Karl Malone?
No, he wouldn't have been in Karl Malone.
Was he better than Barkley?
No, I don't think he was better than Barkley.
Okay. Hold on. Let me think. Was he better than David Robinson?
In 95?
I want to learn.
That's a close one. That's a close one, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, man,
it is. Hey, no.
DJ been sipping, man.
Because what you're doing right now is you're looking at points. But Hardaway would, if you take into account the points
he was a better two-way player than David Robinson.
I mean, Hardaway.
Hey, man, let's go.
Hardaway was a good defender. Hardaway was a good defender, dog.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Hardaway was a good defender. Now, if you ask me 2 years before that, was David Robinson the better player? Absolutely.
Hey, was he better than Grant Hill?
Robinson 2 years.
Was he better than Grant Hill?
That's close. That one.
Hey, can we keep it going, man? I don't know. He said the man was top 5. I named like 9 players, man.
You named 6. You stop that. You named 6 or 7. Don't do that. Was he better than Grant Hill? That one is close. But his stats suggest that he was a top 5 to 7 player. It does.
No, they didn't.
Yes, it did.
Don't look at the stats. I bet you was putting up like 19 and 6. Would you knock it the fuck off, man? Please.
Bruh, Penny Hardaway made All-NBA team.
Man,
he made All-NBA team. He did. He made All-NBA team.
Man,
let's stop the cap. Wait.
He wasn't even better than Gary Payton yet. Man, go, man.
Shit. Penny Hardaway was way better than Gary Payton. 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 John Stockton was better than Gary Payton, and Gary Payton wasn't better than Penny Hardaway. You stop the shit.
What the fuck was John? Man, get the fuck out, man.
John Stockton was better than Gary Payton, and Penny Hardaway was definitely better than Gary Payton. You stop it.
What year? What year was John Stockton better than Gary Payton? What year?
Most of them. Most of the years he was better than Gary Payton.
DJ, man, I don't know what you doing tonight, man. He was
tripping. I don't give a damn if Gary Payton black. He wasn't better than John Stockton ever.
Not you pulling a race card out of nowhere. He just
John Stockton, bro. Y'all gotta stop y'all gotta stop disregarding John Stockton like he was a slouch. John Stockton was better
because I said Gary Payton was better than him. He better than him.
Gary Payton was not better. Gary Payton was not. Gary Payton was a better defender, and John Stockton was just as good at defense and better on offense than Gary Payton was. Cool? That's a fact.
Is you cool? What numbers you got? What numbers you got? I guarantee you.
John Stockton was more efficient. John Stockton was more efficient and a better passer than Gary Payton ever was.
More efficient than me when you taking less shots than me. Fuck is you talking about?
And John Stockton still averaged a very good. It was not that big of a gap. John Stockton accounted for more points, more steals, and better defense. That
better
is my
defense than Gary Payton.
Yes.
Are you sick right now? Are you sick?
I'm sorry. You called Gary Payton the glove. You called Gary Payton the glove, but who had more steals overall in their career? Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
You got me there.
Okay. Who was the better passer on offense and who had more assists? John Stockton or Gary Payton? You stop the bullshit. You stop it. And you're going to sit here and say, well, it was because of Karl Malone. Well, y'all don't even consider Karl Malone. Y'all won't even consider Karl Malone a top 3 power forward most of the time. But you're going to sit there and say because of Karl Malone, this, and that.
Who you talking about? You know what? Right.
You going to say Karl Malone's a top 3 power forward?
He's not top 3 no more. He used to be, though, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, Tim Duncan, Giannis, and Dirk exist. My bad. They exist.
And
they
that's
exist.
But that's look.
They exist, bro. I can't help that.
I love Gary Payton, but here's what I do know: John Stockton went to the finals twice and he lost to Jordan.
What's your bet? And Gary Payton lost to Jordan.
Yeah, he did. But he only got there once. And then Gary Payton wait. Move. Let me ask you a question, Move.
Gave Jordan his toughest.
Time out. That's cool. I didn't say he was a better defender. I didn't say John Stockton was a better defender. I said he was a better player. I said he was a better player. I never said he was a better defender.
On what metrics?
More importantly, what you mean on what metrics? What are you talking about?
On what? Because he played more games than Gary Payton?
No,
that makes him better?
I think John Stockton is
if you think LeBron better than Jordan?
Fuck no. Have you lost your mind?
You should be, because he got more everything than Jordan.
Bro, I am not basing everything on.
That's what you are. You literally, you got more assists.
This nigga won't even let me make my point. You see this shit? You see this?
Did he not say that? Move. Did he not say John Stockton got more? No. I am making the point. I said John Stockton is as good as a defensive player than Gary Payton. I never said he was better. That's a lie.
He is. He is. Now, is Gary Payton the better on-ball defender? Yes. But when you factor in John Stockton playing passing lanes and stealing and things like that, John Stockton is number 1 overall in steals, number 1 in assists. And I think John Stockton is a better offensive point guard than Gary Payton is. So I'm lining up their defense like this, and I'm giving John Stockton the edge on offense because he's a better passer and he has more. And he's better at assisting and better running the pick and roll and better at a floor general than Gary Payton is. That is a fact for me, not for anybody else.
Because he played with one of the best scorers of all time, his whole fucking career. That's why.
That's your excuse for it.
That's a fact. Am I lying? Did I lie? I lied or something?
No, you didn't lie. So what you're telling me is John Stockton can't be great either.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
Wait. Where you rank Magic then?
What you mean where I rank Magic?
Where you rank Magic? Because wait. You said Stockton was not even close to Payton. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I said no. I sat there and said, "Oh my God, boo-wop, stop!" I am sitting here telling you. John Stockton's off-ball defense should be considered as good as Gary Payton's on-ball defense. I don't know where y'all lost that because I'm not smoking because John Stockton had more steals than anybody else.
My nigga, John Stockton, a lot of his stats is still longevity stats, bro. No matter how you look at them.
That's fine. But I'm telling you,
who has the higher assists per game? Who has the higher assists per game all time? Magic or Stockton?
Magic.
Right.
Magic does.
Right.
I am not. Listen, for whatever reason, y'all aren't listening to me. I am sitting here telling you John Stockton's off-ball defense is as great as Gary Payton's on-ball defense. I'm not saying he is a better defense.
Basketball world, is that true?
Oh my God, bro. Are you going to let me make my point or no? Because I could just shut up the rest of the time.
DJ, you're not making no point right now.
Yes, I am. But you won't let me make it. You keep cutting me the fuck off.
Go ahead.
Off-ball defense is just as important on all-ball defense. Is Gary Payton otherworldly on on-ball defense? Yes, he is. But off-ball defense is still just as important in on-ball defense. Nobody's stopping Michael Jordan. Nobody's stopping the greats. Understand that. I keep saying that nobody is stopping the greats. But in terms of getting on-time defensive plays on off-ball and making off-ball defensive plays, John Stockton is ranked up there on making off-ball defensive plays. And that was my whole thing. And see, listen to this. When I sit there and tell you Rudy Gobert is good off-ball but not on-ball, you chastise me for it. Literally sit there and chastise me for it. And I'm like, he's good at off-ball defense. And you sit there, well, if he's that good at off-ball defense, he should still be considered a great defensive player, is what you told me. Okay, that was your words. And now I'm sitting here telling you John Stockton is a good off-ball defender. Probably not the best on-ball defender, but off-ball defense counts too. Because you got to be able to stop backside pick and rolls. You got to be able to interrupt the offense. You got to be able to make off-ball steals on passes. And that's what John Stockton was great at. And you, Boo-Wop, told me that when we debated over and over again between Hakeem and Rudy Gobert. And now, when I use your logic against you, saying, no, this and that.
Time out. What you talking about with Hakeem and Rudy Gobert? Like, what debate we had about them?
We had a debate about them 2 or 3 months ago when I said Rudy Gobert is a great off-ball defender, just not a great on-ball defender. And I feel like Rudy Gobert would just be a good defender had he played in the 90s and not an all-time great defender like y'all rate him. And I'm not rating John Stockton right now as a great on-ball defender. I think he's a good on-ball defender.
Okay,
and
that's cool. That's cool. Listen to what I'm saying. I have no problem with you saying that John Stockton is a great off-ball defender. You think that I have a problem with you saying that? I have no problem. My problem is that on-ball defense is definitely more significant than off-ball defense.
Okay, but my counter to that is playing point guard and getting assists contributes about the same as on-ball defense. And John Stockton leads the league overall all time in assists. And he broke the record even before his last 3 years in the season. He was that good at assisting.
My brother, he still played 82 games a year, most years. Like that's
fine. So what you're telling me is he should be penalized for being able to play. Yes.
Putting words in my mouth, bro. I don't like that. Don't do that.
Well, you can't sit there. Well, you can't sit there and say, you can't sit here and say he's less of a player than Gary Payton just because he has more assists.
Why the fuck I can't say that?
Okay.
Why I can't say somebody better than somebody? Now you tell this is what you just told me.
So if I sit here. Time out. So if I sit here and say John Stockton is better, you can't chastise me for saying John Stockton is better.
I'm just debating you. I'm debating you why he's not.
But I think John Stockton is better, and that's my.
You have not. Okay, time out. Let's just go.
You was going to sit there. You was going to sit there. You was going to sit there and say you ain't debating nothing, saying John Stockton is better, correct? But John Stockton is a better floor general, a better off-ball defender, a better scorer. Only thing a better scorer, absolutely.
DJ, would you knock it the fuck off, please?
John Stockton is even more efficient, and that is the game closer right there.
John Stockton ain't never averaged 20 points in his fucking career. Is you cool?
He don't gotta average 20 points to be a better offensive player. Kobe is not a better offensive player than a lot of people to me because he took bad shots and his efficiency was bad.
Man, go
and I'm tired of telling people that.
Next subject, man. Come on, man. I don't know what DJ on tonight. He over disagreeing. Like,
John Stockton was a better point guard than Gary Payton.
Man, go
that
ahead,
is
man.
true.
That was a fire debate. I'm gonna say that right now. But moving on, Jason Tatum believes that he will be ready to play for the 2025-2026 NBA season. Now, critics out there are calling him crazy. A lot of people are saying that this is way too early, especially seeing him out of the boot as early as a few months after surgery. But just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that, starting with DJ Micah B. How are you feeling about Jason Tatum claiming that he's going to be ready for the 2026 season?
Jason Tatum's out for the season. That's really it. He's going to be out for the season. There's no way he's coming back. If this man comes back from an Achilles injury this season, Chris, no, Peyton was not better. Peyton wasn't better. If Peyton was better, he would have went to the finals more than once. Now, moving on. No, Jason.
He did go to the finals more than once.
Here we go. Jason Tatum. My bad. Not Jason Tatum.
Don't say that and then get mad when are you wrong. You wild as hell. You wild. He went to the finals more than John Stockton did.
He only went to the finals because he wasn't the best player on the team. Not one of the
John Stockton ain't never been the best player on the team, nigga. Is you cool? Go on,
John Stockton was one of the best players. Gary Payton went to the finals as one of the two best players on his team.
John Stockton went to the finals and shit the bed both times. John Stockton went to the finals and shit the bed both times.
Sean Kemp was better. Sean Kemp was better. And the second time Gary Payton went to the finals, he waited Shaq played on the team. Shut that shit up.
Man. John Stockton ain't been on shit. It's not debating about shit. You ate up tonight, man. You need to go to bed, man.
The best player on that team.
And Gary Payton was what? Gary Payton
was the second best player.
So what was John Stockton eating?
John Stockton was the second best player. But here's what I know.
The bed. Gary Payton didn't shit the bed, nigga. Gary Payton didn't shit the bed. John Stockton shit the bed.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me get this straight. Gary Payton went to one finals as the second best player on his team, and another time he went to the finals, he was the fourth or fifth best player on the team. Shut that shit up right now. Because Gary Payton didn't
has nothing to do with nothing. Because
Gary Payton didn't get back to the finals. So D Wade was the best player on this team.
Unlike you can ever do. Every time I ask you for an example of something, you be like changing the subject because you don't want this smoke. You don't want this smoke, Jay.
I didn't change the subject now. Hold on. I said Gary Payton.
We missed you.
Did I not say Gary Payton was the second best player on the team when he went to the finals? I didn't change the subject. I said the other time he went to the finals, which was with the Lakers, and then when he went with the Heat, he wasn't top two on the Lakers. He wasn't top three on the Lakers when he went to the finals, and he wasn't top two on the Heat when he went to the finals. Plain and simple. Hey, you probably gonna say, well, Gary Payton won the finals when he was averaging 9 points a game. Stop it.
Watch this. John Stockton never won the finals doing nothing.
Gary Payton won the finals.
Guess what? Watch this. Gary Payton as the fourth or fifth option, like you said, averaged like 9 points, right? John Stockton did that shit as the number 2 option with his weak ass. You finna make me get on his ass too? Cause you wild as hell too. Fuck is you talking about? You wild. You're
Gary Payton wasn't better than John Stockton. Now, back to the question, John Stockton accounted for more points than Gary Payton did. Now let's move on. Moo, what was the question again?
Man,
Is Jason Tatum tripping when he says that he will be ready for the 2025-2026 season?
Yeah, obviously he's tripping. There's no way Jason Tatum's coming back after tearing an Achilles. I feel him. I wish him the best if he can. More power to him, but he's not doing that, dog. That's one of those things where it's like, you got to be a stupid athletic freak. I mean, Adrian Peterson took 6 months off and came back and won the MVP. That's Adrian Peterson. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Peterson was from the country, born and raised, athletic freak, stupid. That's not Jason Tatum. That's not Jason Tatum's not coming back from an Achilles tear this year. So, Chris, no, I'm not over drinking at all. I still believe John Stockton is better. Gary Payton's not even in my top 5 point guards of all time, but John Stockton is.
Shut up, man.
Gary Payton's not in my top 5, but top 5 point guards of all time, but John Stockton is.
Man, I don't know why that's nasty, but yeah,
you got Gary Payton in your top 5 all time?
No, I have Gary Payton in my top 10. I have Gary Payton in my top 10 point guard.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have John Stockton in my top 10 point guards.
Crazy. John Stockton is definitely in my top 10.
We'll have to do another show when we go over top 10s again.
Oh, he's from the sideline. Literally from the sideline. Okay, Troy. I can't wait till you come back. Anyway, it's only DJ and Mel that do this type of shit to me because they be coming over. DJ just coming out of nowhere, just foul ball.
I'm not coming out of nowhere.
Foul ball. Foul. He just out here nasty as hell.
Can I ask you a question? Real quick. I really want to ask you this before we get into, and this is just complete side note. Do you think Steve Nash should have won both MVPs?
No.
If I had a vote, no, right?
No.
But again.
But do you think he should have won both of them?
I don't have a problem with him winning. That's what I'm going to say.
All right. Conversation done. Go ahead and answer and talk about Boo-Wop
because to me, because you can't ask me that, then don't let me explain, bro. Like the MVP to me is a political award. I know why niggas be winning them awards, bro. It's the storylines and shit like that, bro. I'm just saying, I don't get no fuck because as long as you have a case for it, and he had a case for it both years, he won't be for it. Something. His case for the second award was even better. He lost to Murray Stoudemire.
I think his case for the second award should have been honored. I do.
But I'm just saying, though, he had the storyline. He came to a team that won 29 games. He instantly made them a powerhouse. Shut up, Troy, man. Damn. Damn. Motherfucking Troy, man, is.
Go ahead, Boo. I just want to ask you that. You could go ahead and talk about what Moo asked.
No, I mean the Jason Tatum shit is crazy, bro. Because like at the end of the day, Shorty, it'll be to me. He just need to sit the whole year out. The only way it'll make him to come back is if he's really ready, and Boston is grooving. Like they in the first round, they done swept the motherfucker or some shit. Cool, all right. Second round. They somehow sneak past because like they shouldn't really have no real expectations other than like a first round. Because I could see them being like a 4-5 seed still, but that's a tough matchup, that 4-5 seed. Like that's always historically been a tough matchup. Like so, I'm just saying like they might could get by that. But more than likely, they want to be a top seed where they can get a bottom feeder in the East and hopefully sweep. Like it wouldn't make sense for Tatum to come back this year. Honestly, he'll be rushing.
Really no point for him too. But as we wind down and before we get up out of here, there are some updates in this Kawhi Leonard situation. Now, we're not talking about the regular updates. He has, and the Clippers have been cleared of all foul play when it comes to the aspiration situation and scandal that there was. But the Clippers have come out and said, and I'm not too sure why they chose now to say this, but they have come out and said that they're done building around Kawhi Leonard. Now, I'm not too sure they were ever, well, I don't really know if they were ever really building around Kawhi per se specifically, just due to the whole load management thing and his injury history. But interesting comments for sure. Boo, I'm gonna start with you on this one. The Clippers not done building around Kawhi. Who are they building around?
I mean, at this point, they making, you know, sometimes it'd be hard to accept people's truth, right? They telling the truth. The man 35, his knees is bad. They to me, Kawhi can't never say nothing bad. Like, they can't. Shut your ass up, man.
That motherfucker ain't empty.
Listen, mind your business, man. Damn, this motherfucker throwing me off track. Anyway, like you, if you Kawhi, you can't say nothing bad about the Clippers. They done took a public little hit recently for you. You didn't deliver. Like, granted, right now, currently, I do think the Clippers got a decent squad.
True.
Like I do for most years, they've been that. Like, long as Kawhi healthy, they look like they got a decent squad. They got a good coach. Barring any real injuries, they look like they could be a threat. But we know how that shit go, bro. Like, at the end of the day, Kawhi did what any nigga would have did in that situation. He just won a ring in a place nobody ever thought a motherfucker win a ring yet. You know what I'm saying? He did that. Get traded there. It was well publicized. He didn't want to go there.
True.
Get there. Do some iconic type shit. Buzzer beater in Philly. Damn. In them boys. Then you go be. I'm out. Go into Dynasty. Go into KD Warriors. No matter how it look. Injury, all that, whatever. KD left. That team had to regroup, do what they did, and ultimately, but Kawhi did that. You can't blame Kawhi for holding the world by the throat, man. You can't blame him. This is what I want, man. What's up, man? I just did that. And it's not a game. Like, we know he's really cold when he healthy. Like, the dude is like that.
No, that's true. I mean,
if you like that,
can't argue that point.
He like that, bro. Like, so it's just he did what he did. Granted, it's just like it's no different. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's no different. Obviously, LeBron did get the title, but I'm just saying. LeBron and AD still should have won more than one title with most people's eyes.
True. That's true.
So if they win one, and then it's a questionable one to some people, I ain't saying to everybody, but to some people, the bubble ring, as they call it. If they can't get more than one ring, how you expect Kawhi and Paul George to get one? Like I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, that experiment didn't really work out either. But if they're not building around Kawhi, right, and we understand the age of James Harden as well, who do they build around at this point?
They just praying for the best scenario. Like, that's what they doing right now. they hoping like obviously the team that they put out there right now can potentially win and do something, but more than likely they finna be in a bad rebuild, right? Because they'll never be the Lakers. What they did with Kawhi was a once in a lifetime type of deal. Like they caught the hottest commodity at the right time. Boom, Kawhi.
And they failed.
Of course, I'm not saying that. That's what
it's
I'm saying.
I think was the biggest thing.
But I'm still saying like it's like seeing a meteor. Like they caught the meteor.
Yeah,
Kawhi was hot. Everybody wanted him. The Lakers wanted him. Everybody wanted him.
Yeah, he was on top of the world.
So like that's what I mean. They caught the meteor, and that's rare to do. So more than likely, once Kawhi retires, whatever, they finna be in rebuild mode, and it's gonna be tough because they're gonna still always be competing with the Lakers. They're gonna always be the little brother. They never gonna be that they're gonna have to do it through the draft again. Like if we think about how everything went down with the Clippers, they damn near caught it again with the Chris Paul deal, because we all know Chris Paul was supposed to go to the Lakers first.
Yeah.
But then Chris Paul, like he done already had in his mind, he's going to LA. Fuck it. I might as well go to the Clippers next. Fuck it. Oh. Made that team become what it became ultimately now. Like the commodity it became. Like they had some down years after Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, but they caught that bitch again, like with the Kawhi shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, so like either that gonna happen again, and they could, but and this is what I was going to say about Doc Rivers, because Doc Rivers don't get credit for coaching that team that when they lost Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, making that team still be respectable and competing.
True, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair point. DJ, how we feeling? Clippers say they're not fucking with Kawhi no more. They're not doing it around him.
They ain't fucking with Kawhi. They ain't fucking with Kawhi. I just feel at this point, most teams aren't going to fuck with Kawhi because Kawhi is always hurt. And I love Kawhi. That's one of my favorite players. I absolutely love him. I am a San Antonio Spurs fan. I'm a Houston Rocket fan. And it pissed me off when San Antonio fumbled the bag with Kawhi. And Zaza Pachulia, I'm still looking for your stupid ass. Understand that. But nonetheless, everything Boo Wop said is true. It sucks. It does suck. But I don't think the Clippers can recover in the next 5 years from what is going on right now, because we don't know the penalty yet. Should they be penalized if this is true? I think they should be penalized. They should be. And I think what everybody is speculating should be true. They should lose a couple of first round picks and things like that.
They cleared though, right? I thought they got cleared.
For the most part, yeah, they are cleared of any any foul play. They did get cleared. It's really just the Clippers.
Did they clear him? I didn't know they cleared him.
Yeah, it's really just the Clippers more frustrated with Kawhi and his camp with how the deal went down, and I guess going on into the future.
Well, first of all, they knew what the fuck it was when it was time to go get Kawhi. He was only healthy against Golden State when he was with the Raptors, and I get it. Kawhi was a household name, and you had to go get him, and was like, yo, he wants to sign here, and Paul George wants to sign here. But this is a thing where it's like, it's not only on Kawhi Leonard, it's on Paul George not being healthy too.
That's fair, because they did bring him in as part of a piece to, I guess, work together to compete.
But the thing about it is that this is where it's gonna always get nasty, no matter what. The niggas was healthy that first year, and them niggas
right, and they were healthy, and they lost, and they lost to the Lakers. They did lose to the Lakers in the
bubble. They lost to the Mavs. Remember, 3-1.
No.
Oh, the Mavs. My bad. My bad.
No. You're both wrong. They lost to Denver.
Thank you.
Denver up 3-1. That's the birth of Jamal Murray.
Yep, Jamal Murray.
I mean, he went crazy against Utah.
I was about to say, but all due respect, Jamal Murray was going. Jamal Murray was going crazy.
He was on a tear that year.
No. When you do what they did, when you see the offseason, and it's everything was panning out for the showdown. It was supposed to be the Battle of LA. It
was.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing with you. I am not disagreeing with you. They had the Clippers had everything to finally be like Lakers are little brothers, and then they lost. They were up 3-1, and they lost.
Fuck losing, because it would have been respectable if they lost to the Lakers. They didn't lose to the Lakers. They lost to fucking Denver. Baby Jokic. This before Jokic is Jokic.
Yep.
This is real.
Yeah, but I always thought Jokic was Jokic already.
Ain't no way you thought that. Ain't no way you thought dude was finna be dead.
See, here we go again. What you telling me what I thought? Here we go again. I thought Jokic was Jokic when I went to Trinidad. I went to Trinidad in 2020, 2021, the season of I went to Trinidad and I said Portland Trailblazers was going to win that playoff series. I did because I thought Portland was going to win. And then the next year coming in, when Denver won, I thought Portland was going to win and go to the championship. And I thought Denver was good enough to make it past the Clippers because of how good Jokic was. So for you sitting here telling me you ain't no, I did. I really thought Denver was that good to make it past them.
In the 2019-2020 season, you thought that?
I thought yes, I did.
Even though you just said in 2021 when you was in Trinidad and you thought this, but in 2020,
in 2021 I thought Denver was better, and in 2020,
the year they played, did you think
right?
And
I thought 2020 Portland was better, but I was wrong, and I just admitted that. I did. I thought Portland would have been better. I did. Because they had just went to the Western Conference Finals the year before. I absolutely did. I did. I did. And CJ McCollum went crazy against Denver in 2019 and won Game 7, and then they got swept by Golden State. So I absolutely did think the next year that Portland would have been as good again, but they wasn't.
So hear what you're saying, right? I want you to hear what you're saying. In 2019, right?
Yeah.
Portland was in the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 2020, who was in the Western Conference Finals?
In 2020, it was Denver and the Clippers. No, it was Denver and LA.
The Lakers.
But I thought the Clippers would be better, and I thought that the Trailblazers would beat the Lakers because of the year before. Is what I'm saying.
The Trailblazers would beat the Lakers, who just acquired Anthony Davis.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Because they had just went to the conference finals the year before, and they beat who I thought was the best player and the best team in the NBA.
The Denver Nuggets.
Based off how Dame was playing at that time, I kind of see where he's coming from.
I thought the Denver Nuggets were the best team in 2020, and I didn't think Denver would.
You thought the Denver Nuggets was the best team in the 2020 season?
I thought time out. You talking about the 2019-2020 or the 2020-2021? That's what I need to know.
I'm talking about the 2019-2020 season.
Okay. I thought the Portland Trailblazers was going to go to the conference finals. I did because they were really fucking good.
And play who?
And play the Clippers. I did. I thought that yes.
You thought the Portland Trailblazers, who didn't acquire anybody else, they came with the same roster.
Because
even though you knew LeBron James and Anthony Davis were going to be teammates.
Yes, I did. Because for
there was a lot of people that thought that though. There was a lot of people that thought Portland could beat the Lakers.
Everybody thought, bro, they was having a commercial.
Let me talk. Stop talking and let me talk.
No.
All right, Moo. There ain't no reason to keep this. There ain't no reason to keep this thing going.
No.
There ain't no reason to keep this thing going. Because the year before, the Portland Trailblazers was in the Western Conference Finals. So there's no reason to keep this thing going.
What does that mean? The 04 Timberwolves was in the Western Conference Finals in 04. They didn't go back. Nobody thought that. What does that mean?
It fucking means that the team I thought the Portland Trailblazers beat to go against Steph Curry and the Warriors, I thought they were better. And they weren't better. They lost.
The Nuggets.
And I'm sitting here telling you I was fucking wrong, but apparently you're not listening to me saying they were wrong. I thought
the Nuggets were better than Portland.
I thought the Nuggets were better than Denver. Yes, I did, because the year before they beat Denver in the conference final in the semifinals.
Oh.
They did. CJ McCollum went crazy in Game 7 when they got down to 7 games.
But that's a 7-game series. Like, why is it so dramatic? Like, you just overacting like Portland's so much better.
Overacting. I'm not overacting. If you play 7 games and you lose the fucking series, you're not better. It's not a 1-game series where anything can happen.
That's not a very competitive series.
It doesn't matter. I sat there and said Denver's better because they beat them the year before, and they did. So for you to sit here and say that's crazy, and I think that is absolutely crazy.
Not even landing your plan. I'm helping you out. You mean Portland? Portland beat them.
Portland beat Denver, and I thought they were the better team. And then Denver.
My question is to you: is why can't you just be wrong? Like you was wrong then, you're wrong now.
Moo, did I ever say I was wrong? Or did I? No, I never said I wasn't wrong. I said at that point in time, I thought Denver was better. And you was like, how could you think Denver was better? Not Denver. How could you think Portland was better?
Then the Lakers.
You're sitting here saying, how could you think Portland was better? And
how could you think Denver was better than the Lakers? Is what I'm asking.
Well, Denver lost to Portland, but I'm telling you, I thought Portland was going to beat Denver. I thought Portland would have got to the conference finals.
But why did you think the Lakers would get to the conference finals? Then they had LeBron and AD.
Because Portland had Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and they were
what? Move. Let's end the show. DJ is all over the place tonight, guys. He talking about Portland here, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
Time out. I thought Portland was going to be better because they just got to the conference finals the year before. And I thought the Clippers were going to be in the conference finals because they had Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, who were both in their prime. And I thought those teams were better. And I'm sitting here telling you I was wrong because I predicted wrong.
And why?
Didn't sit here and say I was wrong. Never.
I'm asking you, why didn't you simply, when you found out, because before you found out Kawhi and Paul George was teaming up, did you not find out LeBron and AD was teaming up? Did you not find that out? Yes. Okay.
But
so
because
what made
I'm
you
trying to tell you,
Denver and Portland was going to the conference finals?
I thought the Portland Trailblazers would match up against Denver and go to the conference finals like they did the year before. But the fucking standings didn't end up the way I thought it would.
When did Portland and Denver go to the conference finals?
Portland went to the conference finals in 2019 against Denver, and in 2020.
No, they didn't go to the conference finals against Denver.
Portland went to the conference finals against Denver in 2020 or 2019. They did before 2020.
Can we help you out? Listen, let me help you out.
Denver won against
DJ, can I help you out, brother?
Portland won went to the conference finals against
who? Against who?
Against Golden State in 2019.
Yeah,
they did. And that's exactly why I thought they were going back to the conference finals in 2020, because they got to the conference finals in 2019. And I thought they were the better team and they were going back before they got matched up against Golden State.
Who was the 1 seed in the Western Conference in 2020, in 2019-20?
Probably Golden State in 2019-2020. Yeah. Probably Golden State.
No.
Okay, who was?
It was the fucking Lakers. Okay.
And I'm not
I want to ask you again. Why the fuck did you not see what was going on? Why the fuck was you still talking about Denver or Portland? Everybody knew it was finna be a battle of LA. Nobody was talking about Denver or Portland.
I was talking about Portland because Portland got to the conference finals. See, move. But see, that's what I'm saying. I am sitting here telling you Portland got to the conference finals the year before, and I thought they would progress, and they didn't when the playoffs came around. I'm not saying you're fucking wrong. I'm saying before everything happened in the playoffs, I was like, yo, I got Portland, because Portland had just went to the conference finals the year before. And normally when teams get to the conference finals or before that, they start to progress, which is exactly why I was like, yo, I got Portland going to the conference finals, because Portland was just there last year. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, yo, I thought Portland would be there because they were that good the year before. They knocked off Denver. Did they or did they not knock off Denver the year before? But apparently in 2020, Portland lost. They fucking lost. And that's fine. That is absolutely fine. But I thought from the year before, Portland would progress and make changes, and they didn't. They did not make changes. And I sat here and said, I was like, hey, if Portland make changes, they got a chance.
So you knew they didn't make changes, right? Time out. You knew they didn't make changes, right?
They made a couple of changes. Yeah.
Like time out.
I also thought
significant changes.
But I also thought Damian Lillard was the best player in the series before the series started.
Time out. Can I say something? Can I ever say something to you? Like, because you're so all over the place, I just want to say something. I'm just trying to figure this out. So in 2019, 2020, like when the season started, like you said, you seen Portland just went to the Western Conference Finals. You seen like I fuck with Dame. I get it. Dame, like he that's my guy. I fuck with Dame.
They had the same team. They didn't make no changes.
They didn't make no significant changes. Is all I was trying to point out, right?
They didn't make no changes.
Right. Now, can I ask you, do you remember what happened the season before, right, with the Lakers? That was LeBron's first year in LA, right?
LeBron got hurt.
He got hurt. But the Lakers was the top 4 team. Lakers was the top 4
that's fine.
Oh, time out. Let me just say this. So where would you rank Anthony Davis at that time in the league? Like, do you think Anthony Davis is a better basketball player than Damian Lillard at that time?
No, I don't think Anthony Davis. I don't think.
End the show.
Wait.
End the show.
Time out.
End the show. Let's go. End the show. Let's go. Time to go.
Wait. Time out. I'll let you talk. I let you
Oh,
talk.
Lord.
I meant to say I don't think Damian Lillard was better than Anthony Davis, but the fact of the matter is Anthony Davis was always fucking hurt. So the best ability is availability. Now, granted,
He's pretty healthy that year.
Stop.
That year.
Let me get to my point here. Okay, you stop that and let me get to my point.
Top 5 MVP.
Yes, I understand how great Anthony Davis is. Okay, top 10 center of all time, top 10 power forward of all time, wherever you want to rank him, because he damn sure not top 5 because he didn't play enough. But nonetheless, not top five talent wise, yes, but nonetheless, I still said Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum were good enough to make the conference finals only because they made it the year before and Jamal Murray kept on getting hurt. Jamal Murray was hurt, and that was the whole point. Jamal Murray was hurt, Anthony Davis was hurt, and you can sit here and say, you stop. You can sit here and say,
was the Clippers.
Stop, man.
You not making no sense.
How I'm not? Because I thought they would have beat the Clippers in a fucking 7-game series. I did.
Oh man, come on, man.
Let's go ahead and get these final thoughts.
Because Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, and Jamal Murray couldn't stay fucking healthy. None of them could stay healthy. Not a single one of them. Paul George was always hurt. Paul George was always hurt. Kawhi Leonard was always hurt. Anthony Davis was always hurt.
So your only basketball logic was that you banking on them niggas to be hurt. Cool. Hey, end the show, man. Let's go.
My basketball logic was them niggas wasn't available during playoffs for the past 3 or 4 years before that. Paul George was hurt since he broke his leg, and he didn't do shit else after he broke his leg. Kawhi Leonard stayed hurt over and over again, and I'm a Kawhi Leonard fan. Anthony Davis couldn't play in the playoffs, and when he did play in the playoffs, he lost, even though DeMarcus Cousins was his second best player. Jamal Murray stayed hurt, even though Jokic was his best player, second best player, and Jamal Murray lost to Denver and with Jokic the year before when them niggas was healthy. That is a fact. They lost. Denver lost to Portland the year before when they was hurt. Yes or no?
The show. DJ just laughed.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Moo. Yes or no? Moo. Yes or no? Did Denver lose to Portland the year before when Jamal Murray was healthy and Jokic was healthy? They did. CJ McCollum went crazy in the fourth quarter, and them niggas lost. And I watched the game. I did. Damian Lillard had the worst playoff game of his career, and Portland still won.
Final thoughts. Let's get your final thoughts.
This is Boo Wop. I'm live. I'm chilling. DJ, I love you, brother. Man, we gonna clip the last 7 minutes, man. You've been real spicy.
This whole show is getting clipped up, by the way.
Yeah, we clipping this up. This is one for the ages. I love this though, man. I appreciate you, but listen.
Portland was better than Denver in 2019. Plain and simple.
That was DJ's final thoughts.
That matter in 2019?
Because it matters for 2020 because Portland beat Denver in 2019. They did.
What does that have to do with the Clippers and the Lakers reloading, bro?
I need powers now. We're going to catch y'all Wednesday on Gentleman's Talk, and then we're going to run a show on Thursday. So if y'all two boys want to pull up on Thursday to continue this debate, y'all can. And then we're going to spin the block on Friday for Inside the Huddle. We appreciate everybody in the comments. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all already heard my fellas' final thoughts, so I'm not going to unmute them because they might go crazy again. So we're going to catch y'all next time. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed it.